It does not take 10 years of journaling and 50 years of therapy to rewrite decades of trauma inside the subconscious mind. It honestly, in my experience, when you have a really good system and you have a really good process to ground into, of knowing exactly what to do, exactly how to speak to yourself, exactly how to re regulate, I have processed things that have been sitting in my subconscious for decades. And I have gotten more progress in the past 30 days than I have in the past 2.5 years. Because I started to work with my subconscious, I created a process to somatically process it in mind as well as in body. For too long, I didn't realize why certain people were only able to get so far, but then not further. It was because the memory was still being stored in the nervous system and in the body. And when I started to invest in my own coaches to be able to assist me through more somatic processing that I'm now bringing into my coaching with my spin and my take on it, I just, whenever I'm triggered, go to my little process of what I'm doing that I've created to ground into, to know exactly where the blockage, subconscious limitation is, exactly where the trigger is, to know exactly how to speak to myself, exactly how to validate, exactly how to process. All this gunk just left me. And I felt lighter than I have in years. I feel more stronger, more grounded. I have more clarity. I'm more excited. Don't get me wrong, I've cried more in the past 30 days than I have in the past 2.5 years as well. But I just feel like I've unlocked a cheat code. I'm so excited about the future of my own embodiment in my business and the trajectory of where I'm taking it. And I'm so excited for all of my new clients to be able to benefit from the new somatic practices that are going to be incorporated in coaching. And in my new program that's coming out, which is the 50K months on autopilot. If you're not in it, I definitely recommend getting into it. This is the program to teach you how to master your mind, your body, your nervous system when, as a business owner, you maybe put something out there, you're selling something, you're trying to go to the next the next income goal in your business, and it's a little bit more quiet. People aren't buying as quickly. You start to doubt yourself, you start to question. This is a program essentially on mastering the middle, where the energy dips, the identity dips, the nervous system dips, and you move slightly from being convicted to now doubting. You go from being in a space of certainty to questioning yourself. You go from, I'm ready to serve, I know my work is amazing, it's incredible, my work has such attention to detail, it's this, it's that, it's life changing, to now comparing yourself to others. Now wondering if your prices are too high. Now, you know what I mean? Like this type of situation. These are the energy leaks that are preventing your income from being doubled. I'm not joking you when I say I had this same conversation with my own personal coach. When my income dropped after having my own identity crisis, and it stayed drop for a while, I looked her in the eye when I was on my coaching call with her, and I was like, you can't mean to tell me that because I'm doubting myself a little bit, because I'm questioning myself a little bit, that it's costing me an extra 50 to 100 grand in my income. This woman looks me dead in my soul and says, yeah, it is, and I can prove it to you. And she goes, think about the time in your business when things were popping off and you were at the peak of your business, when sales on top of sales were coming in and you didn't give two hoots about who said yes, who said no, who could afford, who could not afford. Think about your energy, your thoughts at that time. I was like, yeah, I didn't care whether someone said they couldn't afford or not, because I knew there were 10 more people behind them that would value it and that would be able to afford it. That affordability is really just a value issue. I didn't care if someone said no. I didn't care if someone went with someone else. I wasn't comparing myself to other people. I was validating myself. I felt like I was killing it, that I was a rock star, that I had finally broken out of this loop that I was in. I felt on fire and I felt unstoppable. And at that time, she goes, and how do you feel now? She's like, what are you thinking about now? What are you making it mean now? That I'm messing it up? That I must be doing something wrong? That something's not correct? I'm wondering why sales are slower, or why people are slower to move, why they're not coming in the way they used to. I'm comparing myself to people and my old numbers. I'm working to try to get my worth out of my accomplishments. She's like, do you see what a vast difference that is? Of course, it's costing you another $50 to $100,000 every single month in your income. And I felt like she just slapped me across the face, but in the best way possible. This is the work that's truly life changing. But you'd be surprised how much you don't want to let your life change due to your desire to stay in the familiar, due to your desire to be right about your limiting stories, and due to the lack of safety that you feel in your own body when you go to that next level. The stories you tell yourself, the people that you think you might lose, the people you think that might judge you. Oftentimes, it does not feel safe for life to be so easy, for things to go so smoothly, for things to be so simple. We want to make it complicated because we have supporting neural pathways that promote that complication. To always need to earn, to always need to prove, to always need to perform, to always need to give and then give some more on top of it. And this is the work that we are going to completely deprogram from the mind, the body, and the nervous system. And when you do that, your income will look unrecognizable. Imagine the money you're making now with the energy that you're leaking. You're still making good money, but imagine the money you're gonna make when you deal with this shit here. That's the work that we do on my page. And that's the work we do in personal coaching if it interests you.